Today I am going to explain about carbon and its compound. Carbon is an element, it is a nonmetal. Its atomic number is 6 and its atomic mass is 12. It has 6 protons and 6 neutrons in the nucleus. And in case of formation of ion by carbon, so let me explain you how carbon forms ion or not. It doesn't form ions. Let us see. It has 4 electrons in the outermost shell. Okay. If it gains 4 electrons, then the total number of electrons in one carbon atom will become 10. Right, and it is very difficult for the nucleus to hold on 10 electrons because nucleus has only 6 protons, so that protons cannot hold on 10 electrons, means 4 extra electrons, so this is not possible. So carbon cannot gain 4 electrons to form an ion 4 minus. Okay, it cannot gain. So gaining of electrons by carbon is overruled. It cannot gain. Now let us see, can it lose 4 electrons or not? Okay, if carbon loses 4 electrons from its outermost shell, okay, for this, then it will form C4 plus ion, C4 plus ion, okay, but it would require a large amount of energy to remove 4 electrons, leaving behind, okay, carbon cation with 6 protons in its nucleus holding to just 2 electrons. So, okay, means when 4 electrons are lost, carbon will have only 6 electrons, a total number of 6 electrons left, and this 6 proton having a positive charge, 6 proton has 6 positive charge, okay, will have a great force of attraction on the 2 electrons present after loss of 4 electrons. So this is also not possible. So okay, so it is clear that loss of electron or the gain of electron by carbon is not possible. Then how will it form compounds with other elements? Let us see. Now here, this carbon overcomes this problem by sharing its valence electrons. Yes, it now shares its valence electrons, means electrons in the outermost is shared by carbon, okay, with other atoms of carbon, okay, with atoms of other elements, okay, not just carbon, many other elements also share electron, okay, in this manner. Right, now sharing means what? Sharing means this is mine and this is yours. If this pen belongs to me also and this pen belongs to you also, so this pen is being shared between you and me. This year, in the same way, electrons are shared, okay, electron is mine also and yours also, means, okay, an electron is shared among the atoms of different elements, right? So carbon forms compound by sharing of electrons with other atoms of other elements. Okay, okay, and many other atoms, many other elements, okay, also in okay to form bonds with other elements, and this bond is known as the covalent bond. Okay, bond means a force of attraction. Okay, it is a force of attraction between atoms and atoms, right? So in covalent bond, the electrons are shared between two atoms or more atoms, and a bond is formed among them, and that keep hold the, the atoms together, right? Now let me explain you the formation of hydrogen gas. It is H2, right? You know, hydrogen has one electron in the outermost shell. It has one proton. Okay, hydrogen has no neutron, right? Hydrogen is the lightest element. Is the lightest element it is here. So how the bond between hydrogen and hydrogen is formed to get hydrogen gas? It is so she two hydrogens come together. It is here come close, okay, close to each other. So one electron of one hydrogen and the one electron of the other hydrogen is shared in between. It's okay. So that becomes two in number, one from the first hydrogen and one electron from the second atom of hydrogen. So that is shared is here. So that it becomes two. Okay. So now it gets the electronic configuration of an inert element, helium, right? Helium, and the sharing of one electron by hydrogen is a very stable one, very stable. Means hydrogen formation of hydrogen gas by sharing electrons by one atom of hydrogen. It's clear? So in this way, bond is formed or the covalent compounds are formed. Now, so if one electron is shared by each of the atom of hydrogen, and so that makes a single covalent bond. It makes a single covalent bond, right? Okay. Now that is a single covalent bond is given. It's known as, yes. Now it is a formation of oxygen gas. Oxygen gas it is. Okay, O2, we call O2. You know, this oxygen has 6 electrons in the outermost shell. Oxygen has 6 electrons in the outermost shell. So two atoms of oxygen, you can say, two atoms of oxygen come close to each other and shares two electrons. One oxygen shares 2 electrons, other also shares 2 electrons, right? And that makes a double bond, it is called. Okay, since the 2 electron has been shared, so that is a double bond, right? And if it is shared 3 electrons, then it will form a triple bond, just like in nitrogen gas. Nitrogen gas, the electrons shared is 3 because nitrogen has 5 electrons in the outermost shell, so it need 3 more to form, okay, the electronic configuration of inert element, right? Therefore it need three electrons each, it is here. Okay, so in this way, so the bond is formed. Okay, single one electron, if one electron is shared by each atom, it is called a single covalent bond. If 2 electrons is shared by 2 atoms, okay, that is called the covalent bond, double covalent bond, just like in oxygen. And if 3 electrons are shared by 2 atoms of an element, so that is called a triple bond, it is here, triple covalent bond, right? In this way, so the bonds are formed, or you can say the force of attraction is developed among the atoms while forming compounds. Okay, you know, this nature of covalent bond, okay, enables carbon to form a large number of compounds here. This covalent bond formed by carbon atoms, okay, enables carbon to form a large number of compounds of carbon. Right? Carbon single has a many compounds. It is here. All the living things I just in the beginning I told you, okay, has carbon or its compound. Okay, it is made up of either carbon or carbon compounds. So this is versatile in nature, means it is present almost in all the living things. Okay, uh, so and this is called and in this way the carbon forms many compounds of carbon. It is here, and that is called organic compounds. Okay, organic compounds. Carbon has the unique ability to form bonds with other atoms of carbon, giving rise to a large molecule, and this property is called catenation. 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 It's okay. So these compounds may have long chains of carbon branched chains of carbon, or even carbon atoms arranged in rings. Yes. So, okay, three different kinds of chains are formed by carbon atoms. Either they are straight chain, it's okay, or branched chains, or okay, circular chain, or the rings, okay, ring chain you can say. So carbons are compounds of carbon which are linked by only single bond between the carbon atoms is called saturated compound. Yes, very important. Okay, if the compounds of carbon which are linked by only a single bond, no double bond or triple bond, a single bond between the carbon atoms are called saturated hydrocarbon, and the compounds of carbon having double or triple bonds between the carbon atoms are called unsaturated hydrocarbon. It's okay, called unsaturated hydrocarbon. So hydrocarbons are two in nature. It is here. One is saturated hydrocarbon, and other is okay unsaturated hydrocarbon. It's okay. So okay, no other elements exhibit the property of catenation, okay, to the extent seen in carbon atoms. Yeah. So silica forms compounds with hydrogen which has chain of up to 7 or 8 atoms. Yeah. This silica, okay, it forms compounds with hydrogen to give us okay, if it has 7 to 8 okay atoms in one chain it is, but these compounds are very reactive, so the carbon compounds bond is very strong and hence stable. So this gives us the large number of okay compound with many atom linked to each other. Yes, this is the one way. Now what is valency? So valency is the ability of an atom to combine with the atom of the other element. Right. So that is the ability of atom, or you can say the combining capacity of element. Okay. So since carbon has valency of 4, it is capable of holding 4 other atoms of carbon. Yeah, 4 other atoms of carbon of the same or non-valent elements. Okay, so compounds of carbon are formed with oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, chlorine, and many other elements. Yeah. So, again, the compounds, okay, of carbons are very much in number. They are uh, they are in such a number that a separate chemistry known as organic chemistry deals with all the carbon atoms except carbonate, CO3, okay, hydrogen carbonate, or you can say this uh, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, okay, except these four, okay, are compounds of carbon, like carbon, this carbon, um, we can say carbonate, bicarbonate, and you can say carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. So these, they contains carbon, but they are studied, okay, in inorganic book, and all the other atoms of carbon, all the other compounds of carbon are studied in a separate group known as this inorganic chemistry. It is okay. Okay, thank you.